The first light of dawn had barely begun to spread when suddenly the valley of Hijr shook with a terrifying sound. The air was completely still, no wind, no voices, no movement. Then, without warning, a massive mountain rock split apart with a thunderous crack. Dust rose into the air, light burst forth, and from within the rock emerged a magnificent she-camel. Fear gripped the people, and they stepped back in shock. Someone whispered in a trembling voice, "This is the miracle of Prophet Salih." When the people were destroyed because of their arrogance and oppression, a small group among them, those who had believed in Prophet Salih, were saved by the command of God. After the punishment passed, an eerie silence fell over the valley. Only ruined homes and signs of destruction remained. The survivors looked at one another and said,
"Praise be to God that we accepted the truth.
Had He not saved us, we too would have perished." These believers left the valley behind and set out in search of a new land. The journey was long, painful, and exhausting, but they carried hope in their hearts for safety, water, peace, and a future for their children. They traveled through the harsh mountain paths of Najd and Hijaz until they reached a fertile region blessed with flowing springs, gardens, and rich soil. There, their people multiplied, and from that land the nation of Thamud rose. God had blessed Thamud with extraordinary physical strength, sharp intellect, and remarkable architectural skill. They carved entire cities into mountains. Their homes were so solid and beautifully designed that even today they leave people in awe. Their markets were lively and bright. Trade flourished, voices echoed through the streets, and at night torches lit up the city. Gardens overflowed with date palms, and the land was lush and green. Yet despite all these blessings, they failed to show gratitude. Pride took hold of their hearts. They boasted, "We built all this with our own strength and intelligence." Over time, power blinded them. Their hearts hardened, and they forgot God. They began worshiping natural forces and idols carved from the mountains with their own hands. Among this very nation was born Prophet Salih. From childhood, he was known for his gentleness, wisdom, clarity of thought, and love for truth. When he grew older, the glitter of the world did not attract him. He preferred solitude, remembering God in quiet reflection. One night, God honored him with prophethood. Salih returned to his people and declared, "Worship God alone. You have no deity other than Him." The leaders of the nation mocked him and said, "If you are truly a messenger, then show us a sign." By God's command, the mountain split open, and a mighty she-camel emerged. She was no ordinary animal. She was a clear sign from God.
A sign was given, and the trial began. The camel drank deeply.
But once again, the nation failed the test. Pride overcame them. They plotted together and killed the she-camel. Tears filled the eyes of Prophet Salih as he said, "You have killed God's sign. Now you have only a few days left." On the first day, their faces turned yellow. On the second day, their faces turned red. On the third day, their faces turned black. Then before dawn, a dreadful scream tore through the valley. The earth shook, the mountains trembled, and the entire nation collapsed lifeless inside their homes. The Quran tells that a single mighty cry seized them, and the people of Thamud were completely wiped out. Prophet Salih stood at the edge of the valley and said, "I warned you again and again, but you refused to accept the advice." These valleys still bear witness today. When God's signs are rejected, wealth and buildings cannot save anyone. Salvation comes only through faith.